Hi guys. So, I wish I could get that grainy look off my camera. I don't know how to do that. If anybody knows, please let me know. I'm not very tech savvy with stuff like this, so um, but I'd love to get that grainy look off my camera. So part two on yesterday's video. Um, it'll be quick, and so on yesterday, I talked about going on a date with a guy who was seemed to be an avid KS follower. Um, Even though after I started calling him out on it, and let him know exactly who I knew he was talking about, because he didn't say it, of course, at first. He just start spewing the statistics and spewing the talking points and things like that. And so when I said who he was, who the guy was that I know he listened to, KS, he kind of chuckled a little bit, and well, he's right about it, and so, but I said that the guy was not black, um, and um, I actually on this day, you see, I'm learning too. I give my advice, I give my uh, wisdom and so forth, of what I've learned. And I actually went back, even with this guy, I actually went back on three things that I said I was not going to do. Uh, so this was okay. Um, I'll just go ahead and confess. First off, he was Hispanic, and I did say that I was not really dating Hispanic guys. And well, it was not serious. It was really seriously just a date. I already explained to him that I wasn't looking for anything serious, and it wasn't going to be nothing serious. So there was really not going to be anything to it anyway. But it was really just a lesson. Um, so I do have to watch my time, guys. But so he was Hispanic, um, which I said that I wasn't going to really go that route anymore. Not looking for anything serious. A date, it's okay. Um, because I don't see many Hispanic men really being very, very serious. They'll go outside their race and they'll date. But as far as like marriage and things like that, which I am not looking for, or anything, in my opinion, like really, really serious, um, I find that they kind of stay with their own women. So it's, that's, yeah, they pretty much stay with their own women. The next thing, he was a Leo. Um, I wrote off Leo men after my daughter's father. I told some of you all some of the stuff that I went through with this guy. And I get the fact that it was just him being a psychotic asshole narcissist. But that sign are just very arrogant and egotistical and all that stuff already anyway. And I don't want to deal with that. And then he was a little, he was, I said a little, he was overweight. Um, that's a personal choice. I'm certainly not judging him. That's personal to me because in my younger years, I did that. I was very indiscriminate. I told you guys, it's about how I'm treated. Um, and I do have to say that the guy was very, very nice. He was very, very nice. And you could see he was really genuine about stuff, and he really had a big heart. He really did. Um, just, in my opinion, listening to the wrong stuff. Just absolutely. Um, but I said I wasn't really going to deal with overweight guys anymore. And he was a little more overweight than I would prefer. I don't mind like Gerald Levert overweight, or like just a thick, big man, but not uh, over a certain weight and look. And so anyway, um, they get sick easy. Many of them are sick already. The older that they get, it's not appealing to me. It's not attractive to me. A lot of issues with the obesity like that, and just a lot of stuff they can't do, a lot of stuff they don't want to do, a lot of stuff they don't feel like doing because of the weight and everything. And I don't want to deal with that. Nothing wrong with an overweight person or whatever, for dating and everything. It's just not my thing because I've been there, done that, and the long term results are not good for me. So, um, but anyway, those things. Um, and here's the real point that I wanted to bring out. Then I'm gonna cut the video off. The real thing I'm going to bring up is that um, I talked about with him how KS usually has on his program, and once again, I've never sat and watched his program. I've always seen clips or, something from someone else may have some type of a clip or something, or talking about something on their YouTube or something, and so that's how I know. Uh, and I brought out the point that most of the things that this man talks about and the women that he has on his show are black women. And so therefore, even though he says women, the insults and the derogatory comments and things like that and the mindset and all of that is toward black women. This guy, of course, was just talking about women in general, just modern women in general. Which, like I told him, that's fine. If you want to just, loop everybody. But it's really, he's talking about black women. You know, because you're not black, you probably don't catch it, but that's who he's talking about. Um, and so we did talk a lot about the difference between the black community and other communities, things that go on in other communities and things like that, and the ramifications that those type of conversations and mean, humiliating, demeaning stuff that this guy talks about on his show and other guys, black guys talk about to demean, hurt, and degrade black women are aimed at black women. People outside of the community may watch him and use it in a general term, which is actually what he was doing. Because when I brought those things out, he really was just like, oh, well, no, I'm not talking about, black women or whatever. My thing is, I was just talking about women in general, which I told him, I know, I get it, but it causes problems, more problems in an already dysfunctional community, which is ours already. So I brought that aspect to him. I brought to him about the violence against black women. Every 5.5 hours a black woman is being killed, and usually of a black man. All these things are things he didn't know and realize. uh, but I think the detriment is the fact that you do have people outside of the black community who are looking at these programs and watching them, and just having that general sense of whatever toward women. And it's toxic either way. It's toxic, and it's damaging, and it's what's the word I'm looking for? It's dangerous to black women. But for other women, it still gives that sense of low. I mean, everything this guy talked about, and I broke it down for him, was he don't trust women in no sense of the word, and nothing about things that he is so-called learning, because he says that he's being helped, and he says that the things that KS talks about has helped him and things like that. And I said, okay, that's good and that's fine. But at the end of the day, you don't trust women, you know. And he kind of agreed, once I balled everything up that he said and put it all into one big plate and showed it to him. Every point that he had was distrust of women. And, I think, I truly think, I really, really think, first of all, if this guy lost some weight, and once again, I'm not that shaming. I'm not, this ain't about that at all. I have dealt with my weight up and down all my life. Right now, I'm good. Would like to lose maybe 10 more, but right now I'm really good, and happy. But um, as I say, I just, if he lost weight, he's actually a very handsome man, very handsome. I think he'd feel better about himself. I think it's a lot of low self esteem. I think if he did more to kind of improve himself overall, he wouldn't be feeling that way toward women, that, women don't want him because of whatever, and because he kept bringing up money and everything, which, I don't know how much he makes, but um, I mean, if you don't think you make enough money, get another job. I mean, there are things that you can do, you know. He doesn't have like a lot of children. I think he has one child, things like that. And so, his money is his own, I guess, except for bills or whatever. So you do those things that you need to do to improve yourself and to make yourself better. And, like I said, he's a very sweet guy, very well spoken, very, I mean, a good guy, a nice guy. And I could see his heart. I think he's genuine and sincere. But those things that, this guy preaches, um, has just made him really down on women. And I think, like I said, if he lost weight and did a few other things that to improve himself, that he could easily get a woman, easily. You know. Um, yeah, guys, let me go. That was my part two. Just wanted to talk about how the difference between talking, with when these black guys bring these points out, and the fact that other races of people are, entertaining this stuff and listening to these videos as well. So, and it's all detrimental to women, is detrimental to the person, because like I said, I mean, this guy just really, at the end of the day, he wants a woman, but he don't trust her. And I think a lot of that is from, the teaching that he's listening to. Is very, very toxic. And that's what I told him. So, you guys, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Until the next video, please subscribe, and we'll see you next time.